My hair's wet.
Yeah.
Have y'all ever seen my hair wet?
Yes.
Yeah, I have.
Really?
Yeah.
When was the last time you saw
Multiple
my hair
times.
wet?
When you washed your hair at work.
Oh,
Oh, I've never seen
Those were
that
dark
specifically.
those were dark times.
That was crazy.
Those were the days, though. Remember early days?
Those were the good old days.
Tuesdays with Bella, Thursdays with you.
Yeah.
Good old Bella.
Good times.
I have a. Oh wait, we have to welcome everybody. This feels good. Ready?
Oh my gosh. Sorry.
We're so back, guys. We're
Well,
back.
I kind of thought about
we're
this.
we're back already for them. This is us
but
being
this-
back
did-
for
we
I
don't
us.
did
record
think
it
about that.
over the holidays.
Yeah, because I was
Yeah.
like, should we have a talk before this where we try?
I think we need to-
like we try to stay chill and like not that let them know that like this was a break for us.
No.
but I don't think so.
I think we should let the people know what's been going on in our lives. Well, I was gonna say they can let us know, but they can't really.
They can,
You
Reddit-
can sort of in the comments. You should comment
Put
on
it in the
Spotify
comments on
comments
the Spotify.
Nobody's
That's better than
going-
subreddit.
on the Spotify. And
Okay.
I go through and I like them all. So
I'll be chill. I'll be chill.
All right.
All right.
Ashley needs a brown paper bag to
No.
inhale.
No, I'm good.
Welcome to
Three B's on a
pod. I'm Colin,
I'm Hannah.
And I'm Ashley.
and we are so excited to be back with you. Y'all haven't really missed us, but we've missed.
I'm cheesing so
y'all.
big right now.
Oh, I can't feel my cheeks.
There's a tear in this eye.
I feel like I just got
Only the one.
emotional Botox because my cheeks are so puffed up right
Yeah.
now, and I can't feel it. I can't feel it. My forehead numb. My back numb. I did good stretches today at the gym,
Good.
all while I listened to a British man talk about Pizzagate,
Pizzagate.
and I was like, "Whoa, how old is this video?" Because he was talking about masks. So I looked. It's from
Oh.
2020.
Oh, okay.
I'm really behind
When there
on
was
the stories.
nothing else to
Yeah, when
do.
there's nothing else. I have an icebreaker for us.
Okay.
It's just really quick. It's just quick to launch us into the convo.
All right.
I just moved my fingers and
yeah,
my wrist
that was
popped.
crazy.
I
You
don't.
need to deal with that.
I want to know who would play you
I hate this question.
in a movie. Because
I
we've been seeing a
love-
lot of movies lately.
Yeah. I
Movie
love
club.
this question.
Do they have to look like me?
No,
Okay, good,
No.
because that's hard.
that is tough,
It's really-
especially for me, tall
I have
white
to be
male.
picky. Yeah. Oh,
That's
God
really
forbid.
hard for me to
and
find
me,
somebody who could potentially.
brown hair
Yeah.
girl.
Yeah.
That's white.
That's why.
But I know my answer immediately.
What is it?
I would want Sandra Bullock to play me.
Really?
Yeah, because I love her.
Yeah.
I like Sandra Bullock
I think
too.
she would do you justice.
You seen that interview where she's talking to that kid on the red carpet?
I don't know.
I don't even know what they're talking about, but I remember it was
Is she
cute.
sweet?
She's really
I
sweet.
remember.
Okay, good.
She's sweet, but she's
But she takes him serious.
playing with him.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Okay.
she's being
Yeah.
goofy with him. He's not picking up on all of it because he's just a
Aw,
kid
'cause
talking to
he's a
celebrities.
kid.
He's just a kid talking to
She's making stuff up, and he says something about her husband. She says, "Well, I'll have to ask him about that." Blah blah blah. Get over here and answer this question. So she's just treating him like mom at church. I think I know who I would want. Bill Skarsgård.
I knew you were gonna say that.
No,
That's
you didn't.
crazy.
No, you didn't.
I
On
felt
the
that in
back
my
end-
bones.
on the
because
back
when
end
you
of us
said
seeing Nosferatu.
when you said tall white man, first person I thought of was Bill Skarsgård.
We must be linked,
That's
Yeah.
a wild
In the
statement.
stars.
That is wild.
or just in
On the
friendship,
earth.
or just on the earth. New age. Back up. Hey, put a reverse, Terry. Yeah, Bill Skarsgård would be an honor, you know, because he only does prestigious, difficult things.
Yeah,
So if he was
he's
to be
so
casted
extra.
and he was to accept, I would feel like my life was something.
you want to be
nuts.
difficult to play?
I want to be something someone wins an award for. Isn't that crazy to say out loud? Isn't that crazy to say?
Yeah, like a biopic.
A biopic,
Colin
and
Scott
all it is
biopic.
like the way you portrayed him organizing his clothes was
Was
magnanimous. You deserve this Oscar. What do you think, Hannah?
Who would play me? I don't think about it because there's not a lot of answers like physically. I'm kind of ethnically ambiguous,
You are.
unfortunately.
No, fortunately.
Well, fortunately, yeah.
fortunately.
But unfortunately for this purpose, you know. So I think it would have to be someone that matched my personality.
Jennifer Lawrence.
I feel like she's a little bit too dry.
Too dry.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think my humor's that dry.
Mm-mm.
And it needs to be someone with an interesting laugh.
Oh.
Because I feel like mine's a little aggressive. I do that for the draw.
I feel like Maya Rudolph when she was on SNL.
Oh.
You know?
That's funny.
Too
Maya
funny.
Rudolph is Kamala Harris is me.
She has a fun
I can
laugh.
get behind that. I can
Yeah.
get behind Maya Rudolph. If Brittany Broski acted, I would want it to
Brittany
be Brittany Broski.
Broski.
I want to be best friends with Brittany Broski.
That's the see. I think she's tapped into it. Make your job your social life.
Yeah.
And make your social life your job.
That's kind of what we're doing right now.
Yeah, but we don't
Except
get
this
paid
is not
for
a
it.
job.
We don't get
We
paid
do
for
this
it.
for
No one's paying
funsies.
my bills. Hey, if you want to pay
We
our
pay
bills,
this.
you can reach out to me in the comments
Or
below
me.
on Spotify or anybody else, and you can just Venmo us.
Yeah. We'll
Or-
set up a
Treasurer
treasurer
Yeah.
cash
of
app.
Bee's budget.
Yeah, we just need a bees budget. Right now, we're a little bit in the red.
We're
We're a lot of
very
bit
in the
How
red.
much in the red are we?
At least $150.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Y'all don't need to know why.
Don't worry about it, y'all.
But soon you'll know.
You'll figure it out.
Soon you'll
these
know,
days.
and you'll be glad that you waited to find out.
And you'll be glad that we're in debt for this.
I've been listening to that Dave Ramsey podcast, and there's some folks out here in $200,000+ of debt. I think the most I heard was $860,000 in debt.
I couldn't imagine.
Dude. Imagine being there, and even if your income's $160,000 a year,
You're not.
you still got kids, cars, house, food, gas, all that stuff. You won't make that money in 30 years. But Dave is always just like, sell everything. Throw
Pay
it.
cash.
Pay
cash.
cash.
Paper
only.
bag.
Only cash. If you have a 700
Stuff your money under your mattress. Don't use banks.
Exactly.
Sew your own clothes from your
Yeah.
old clothes.
What really gut me
Punch
or
gut
gut punched me
I like
punch
punch,
gut
gut
me.
better.
Well, punch gut
was when
me.
he said, if you have a 760 credit score, that just means you're really good at owing money.
Why is he mean?
That hurt a little bit.
Yeah.
He goes,
He's
if I
gotta
wanted
get
to
through to people.
Yeah, he said if I wanted to rent an apartment, I would need a better credit score than if I wanted to buy the entire complex.
Yeah.
Ashley, do you want to tell us what we're doing today?
I would love to talk
so
about
hype
this.
about this.
I've been trying
I've
to
been
talk
giggling,
about
Weeks
kicking my
and
feet.
weeks.
I've
and
been
weeks.
trying
Waiting
to
to
talk
talk
about
about
this for a
this.
long time. We're gonna say our ins and outs for 2025, y'all. We're here.
I'm so excited to finally discuss this.
It's been a few days since the year started. More than a few, but it's not too late. We're gonna talk about what we're keeping, maybe new stuff we're gonna try to incorporate into our year, and stuff that's out. Maybe
Period.
bad habits, maybe things we don't want to perpetuate anymore. Stuff we
bars.
are getting rid. We're gonna declutter this year.
Yes.
I'm so excited.
Oh, Ashley's going first.
I'll go first.
Go first.
Okay.
I'm
These are
actually,
my
you've been talking this up.
I'm so excited.
first out. Too much TV/screen time.
Per
This is a recycled out. I did this last year.
fuck to that.
I think just speaking that and having that on this list helped. And so I'm just going to keep it on my out, just to keep it on the radar. Also out is my comfort zone because
Period.
I live there, y'all. Y'all know.
We know.
I live in that comfort
know.
zone.
We know.
And that's
We
not
see
going
you
to help
from
me.
up here.
Yeah.
We're up here and you're down there and we're just like, hey, Ashley.
I'm like, y'all, I got a lot of
I'm
pillows.
also
Gonna
there.
stay here. Well,
We're roommates in the comfort zone.
this is my comfort zone.
This zone.
This room. Oh, thank you, Lord. I prayed for this. I prayed that I would love being home.
Yeah,
I
and you
love being at
do.
home. I love being at home.
This one's a given. I can't buy any clothes, y'all.
What?
I can't.
Wow.
Yeah.
I
ain't
have
got
so
room.
many
You
clothes.
gotta get rid of them.
We gotta purge the closet. We have to purge
Okay,
my
well,
closet. we
then-
have to purge her closet.
I'll have. There's gonna be a footnote on that one. I can't buy clothes just to add to what I have.
Yeah. Great thing is categories. You have a predetermined percentage of how many of each thing you can keep. So if you separate it into shirts, pants, special items, I don't know. And once you, I guess no. Like sweatshirts and jackets, those
Okay.
kind of and scarves.
Subcategories.
Yeah, like shoes.
Scarves.
Freaking whatever. You
Yeah,
have.
because you know
Y'all don't-
Ashley.
y'all don't wanna
that
see
girl's
my
always
scarf
wearing
drawer,
a
y'all.
scarf.
It's overflowing.
If she owns anything, it's a
a whole
scarf.
scarf drawer. I scarf it down, and then you say, "All right, I'm going to put away 50% of these things."
I need to
Yeah,
use this.
We've talked about
Okay.
Do that.
Okay,
Yeah, and then if you don't touch it for a year,
then I
get
don't
rid
need
of it. You don't need it.
Cool.
it.
All right. I guess there can be an exception, but just thinking about how much money I spent on clothes last year is ridiculous.
How much? If you had to ballpark,
I don't know. I mean,
north or south, $500.
north.
Yeah.
Okay, north or south, $1,000.
I don't know for the whole year. Maybe north.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's like $1,000 a month. Nope, that's like $100 a month.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
I was like,
How did we get here?
What is my math is not mathing.
Next, complaining. Maybe the overarching idea here is negative talk. Like, I don't even think about it.
I've never heard you complain. I can't remember a time that I felt like you were complaining. Maybe you felt like you were, but I don't remember you taking a second, stopping, and looking at something and complaining about it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's good. I mean,
Commenting on it is different than complaining about it.
yeah, that makes me feel good.
Good.
But I need to work on what's in here. And for the radio, I'm pointing to my
Get your
noggin.
mind right.
Yeah. For the
Gotta
radio.
get my mind right and positive. And I think for the most part, I do a good job about that, but there's always room for improvement. Next, holding grudges.
Oh,
I'm not
period.
doing that.
You hold grudges?
Yeah,
I
in
can't.
my head. I'll take stuff personally that I don't need to take personally, and I'll hold on to that, and I will assign that meaning related to the person that, is involved. And there is no meaning, or there doesn't have to be meaning. Like, it's just something that I hold on to, and that's just another negative thing that I'm getting rid of. Grudge.
Okay. Grudges. It's not even a cool word. It's a gross sounding
It's a
word.
stupid word.
It sounds awful.
Grudge.
It sounds like
It rhymes with sludge.
yeah, and fudge.
Fudge.
Ugh.
That's not even a
Budge.
good word.
Yeah, fudge is a terrible.
Budge. Nudge.
I feel like fudge is an onomatopoeia. When you eat it, that's just
Curmudgeon.
Yeah. Curmudge.
gross. Get
Um,
GT heck out of here.
So I don't know if y'all knew this, but comparison is the thief of joy.
I've heard that Gandhi said
Yeah,
that.
Ours are gonna be so similar.
it's so true. It's so
Yeah.
true because whoever you're comparing yourself to, they're not living the life that you're living. You don't even really know the ins and outs.
Yeah.
Ins and outs, good.
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
Of what
Come on, preach.
of
Pastor
what they're
Ashley.
dealing with. No.
Okay. They can't run as fast as you can.
Maybe they can run faster, but that's okay. It's not my race.
It's not your race.
This is my race.
For the radio, she's running.
Comparison is the thief of joy.
I'm gonna not upheave.
Okay. I'm not going to waste my time on that.
Mm-mm.
This hurts me, y'all. This hurts me bad. My main method that I employ to compare myself to other people is Instagram.
Yeah, you're real.
So she's gone.
Insta
She's been
slam.
gone for a while now, but I'm not getting her back. She's another
going,
out.
going.
She's
We'll have to
another
keep
out
each other
for me.
accountable with that because Instagram is such a reflex.
Yeah, it is a reflex, but it's a crutch. I don't need that.
Yeah.
We used to hunt.
We.
That's so real.
I mean, I freaking herd cattle and feed them all day, every day.
All day long. Yeah.
I love it.
It's a
my
hard
new
life.
It's my new life.
I'm going to move on from comparison is the thief of joy. I'm going to avoid burnout, y'all.
Ooh. Good word.
I'm going to do what I can to avoid burnout.
That's so far in advance.
yeah, but
like,
that's how you do it.
I know, but burnout, it just shows up.
Yeah. I got to be aware of what I'm doing, of what I'm saying yes to. Not be too worried about saying no. That's a problem for me because we know I people please. I do it.
Real.
I don't know. Maybe this is going to be an out that doesn't happen. This is just a goal for me. I'm going to be aware of it. I'm going to be aware of how that made me feel being burnt out last year and missing out on things that I didn't want to miss out on, but I boxed myself into a corner and that's what happened. And I don't want to do that again. Burnout is out.
Out.
Out. So out.
Off our list.
Next, saying too much. I don't have to say everything that's on my mind. Maybe somebody didn't ask.
That one just got me.
Well, this is just for me personally. Like, I'll say something in maybe a conversation or
real.
something. And I'm like, okay, did I just take away from this conversation that this person was trying to have just because I wanted to say this thing about myself? Just to seem relatable? I want to really listen and be present in conversations. I don't think that that's already what I'm thinking about in conversations, like what I'm going to say next. People that I talk to that I notice they do that, are they hearing what I'm saying? I just don't want to be that person. You know what I mean?
You're saying some of these things, and I don't feel like they describe you.
Oh.
You're saying some of these things that you need to get rid of, and I've never seen them show up.
Oh, maybe, I don't know. Maybe
It
it's
must
just
be
like
a personal
internal.
thing, or it's the comparison too. You're comparing yourself to other people's social interactions.
Maybe.
I would say get rid of that.
What? He just
No,
added
we
my
all
outs.
do. No, I do that. I do that too.
No,
Yeah.
you're real. That's
And
true.
I
That's
got
real.
clocked on that one time with Kyle when I was talking to him with Bella, and he said, "Okay, enough about you." So
I think he was just being mean.
yeah, die, Kyle.
Here's the thing.
Okay,
Whoa!
redacted.
Kyle's
Redacted.
KO'd right
rebuke.
now.
My this is crazy. My thing about that is sometimes I do try to make it about me. I don't think usually that's my intention. Usually when I do something like that, I feel like I don't know how to respond to what somebody's saying. So I try to respond with a similar situation so they know.
Oh yeah, like they're not
Like
the
a
only ones.
solidarity.
Relating.
type
You're trying to
thing.
relate to
Yeah.
them.
Yeah. I think there's a line,
Mm-hmm.
100%. But I do think it depends on the person, whether
Yeah.
you have to know or be able to gauge, like, oh, this person is just like a straight up narcissist,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
this is how they relate.
My tendency is when people ask me a question, I don't think that they really care about the answer. They just asked it to be polite. So I give them the answer and then I never ask them because maybe I just don't care. Like I'm doing my own thing. So I'm not going to ask you. I'm not going to back it up with another, reciprocal. Yeah, reciprocal. And ask you because I don't think you actually cared. So maybe you don't care enough to respond to it. Does that make sense?
So projecting.
Maybe project. Yeah, definitely
like-
projecting. Like when someone says, "Hey, how are you?" That's such an
Yeah.
culture
Just an
thing
impulse.
that I hardly ever ask anybody back because I'm walking. Sometimes I'm walking somewhere. They're like, "Hey, how are you?" I'm good. And then by the time I'm past them, I'm not gonna be like, "Oh yeah, how are
Make
you
them
doing?"
turn around to answer
No,
you.
no.
No.
Or like when someone asks me, "Hey, what'd you get for Christmas?" I'll tell them what I got for Christmas, and then I'll never ask them what they got for Christmas. Which is why I asked Hunter today, "Hey, what'd you get for Christmas?"
Yeah, and he got like building materials for his
Yeah,
house.
His house. Oh, great guy. Anyways,
So sweetie.
yeah. So this is if we could round it back to the comparison to how other people are running their conversations, just relate. It's a case by case situation.
Yeah.
Don't throw it all out together. Don't throw a baby out with the bathwater.
Hold the baby.
Hold the baby.
To your
Cherish the
chest.
baby.
How do you lose a
baby's
baby?
chambers? Um,
I just tuned out for a couple seconds and I tuned back in when you
Where's
said
babies?
keep
Where
the
is
baby.
Bebe?
Keep the baby.
Chambers.
I'm gonna look
Wait.
up
Bebe.
reference.
No,
What is that?
It's
None of
it's
my
a
business.
Places
S
Creek. This is my biggest one.
Look at what you were about to do.
Imagine I was just like, it's fine.
That's out.
It's cool. It's cool.
that was a rough man.
Okay, this is it. It's not trying something because I'm scared I'm going to be bad at it.
Oh, that's so good.
Because I do that.
Yeah.
I do that bad.
Ashley Lynn sings.
Ashley Lynn sings. Do it right now.
No!
Why not?
Had it be so simple, but
I'm good. So that's it.
yeah, like me on that 4-wheeler feeding cows. I'm obsessed with this. I'm going to talk about this till the day I die, till kingdom come, till Jesus comes back
Yeah.
and he splits the sky wide open. He's like, "What y'all doing?" I'm going to say, "Feeding cows."
Girls.
You're really good at shifting gears.
I'm getting there. I'm going,
Yeah.
yeah. I was so intimidated first time I was out there.
Really?
So, yeah, be encouraged that you learn. People learn.
Yeah, that's true.
You gotta learn new skills.
Okay. A lot of ours are similar or exactly the same, but that's okay. Number one, I start off strong. Being embarrassed. I'm sick of being embarrassed of stuff. That's so
But
exhausting.
what embarrasses you?
Oh, so many things. Everything all the
Why?
time.
Like social stuff.
I don't know. Well, probably because I'm insecure,
So
which we'll get to later.
Okay. I'm gonna stop.
He's
I'm gonna
spoiling
stop
my
shrinking.
ins and outs. It's fine.
I'm taking
Fine.
control.
Just started.
wait.
She just started.
Give me a second.
I'm such a fixer. I gotta.
I've been
chill with
talking
that.
for 2
That's my
seconds.
out.
He was
I don't
like,
have to fix everything.
You need to get a couch so that I can lay down on the couch and you can therapy. I'm sick of being embarrassed of stuff. That's so, I was going to say embarrassing. It's not embarrassing. It's exhausting.
It's a waste of time.
It's a waste of time. It's so dumb. So I'm going to quit it to the best of my ability. That's my goal anyway. Number 2, putting my worth in things and people. I do that a lot.
Amen.
Well, I do put my worth in like material things. Not that I attach like my identity to those things, but
It fuels you.
it does. And I think that's good in some ways, but I think sometimes I go to the extreme and I lose sight of what is important and who I am.
And who are you?
I'm me,
You? And whose are you?
Jesus.
Yeah. No. Jesus says.
Jesus is.
apostrophe.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, grammatically incorrect, but the sentiment was there.
This may be the year of you being served by your insecurity. Does that make sense?
No.
Like instead of us bending our knee to whatever our insecurity says, we just let our insecurities highlight those places that we are self-centered.
Yeah, that's also my worst fear is being a narcissist.
Me too.
We just air
Me too.
high-fived.
I
No,
feel like
for the
though, if
radio.
you're scared about that, you're not a narcissist.
Yeah, that's what I told Colin when he told me
but
he was scared about being
dude,
a
I
narcissist.
imagine that could be a narcissist move.
To be
to
aware
say that,
and then use that to
be
justify.
scared of being a narcissist.
I think if we're thinking about it that much.
But then, hey,
No,
you could-
stop! This is a road I don't want to go
you be a
down.
narcissist.
Anyway.
People start to catch up with it, and you say, "Oh, I'm scared."
To just get people off your trail.
Off your scent, yeah.
I don't think either of you are narcissists. But
Okay,
whatever.
thanks. 3 is comparison. But I had like a subsection and it was creatively and literally. Sometimes in like a betterment way, sometimes I take it too far and I get too deep into it. And then I get locked into the mindset and I
Yeah.
can't come out of it. That happens a lot with me musically. I get really, really harsh on myself and I compare. And comparison kills creativity. And I'll die on that hill. I don't have to because it's true.
I'll shoot
But I
you
will die on the hill. Why?
because you're right,
But that.
so that you'll die sooner.
Okay.
So you want to
Put
fight
her
for so
down.
long.
She's right.
I don't want to kill you. The thing is, I'm saying so you don't have to fight as long because you will die on that hill.
So this is a mercy kill?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why
Anyway.
they call it the mainstream.
Yeah, that is a big part of it because a part of being a musician is like determining what is commercial and what will be commercially successful. I don't like to take that into account because then I feel like it messes up my flow. But unfortunately, it is a factor that is considered.
But look at these people that originally were so original, but now they've become mainstream and they are struggling with exactly what you are struggling with because they've lost their originality because now it's a
Yeah.
world full of copycats. And it's people who want them, these labels who are paying them and own them and own their art. And they're basically faced with this or zero. Or
Which is
just
why I don't wanna do that.
reinventing. And if you reinvent, you lose your whole career because people won't like it yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't give it to them. They need to find it for themselves.
Yeah.
And it's harsh because we're in a major consumer society
Yes.
that we consume and throw away, consume and throw away. We don't think about what we're eating until it's
No.
not what we want anymore.
That's real. So yeah, that's out. 4, FOMO. I'm sick of it.
What?
Not FOMO worship. I
Oh.
love FOMO worship. Let it be known that's not what I meant. I love all of you that are listening to this right now. Real FOMO.
That's
I'm sick
good.
of it.
That's good.
It's so ridiculous.
They won't
it's
miss you at
so
the party.
dumb. They won't. They will not. And I should not miss them at the party either.
Ashley's over here just like,
I love when people take
Shoot.
it out of context. Like sometimes people come up to me and be like, "Well, they won't miss you at the party anyway." I'm like, "That's not what I meant.
not what I meant."
That's not what I meant. You know, that's not what I meant." Julie, if you're listening to this, I know you're not
Oh.
because you don't listen to the pod.
Friggin' Jew.
5. This is like an umbrella, but being negative in general. I have a very negative disposition and a very cynical disposition, which I think sometimes people are shocked to find out about me because I tend to be like a really happy, bubbly person.
Well, what's planted grows. Some trees have a lot of leaves.
I don't understand this analogy right now. I'm not tracking with you.
All right, we'll cover it later.
I think I typically have like a really bubbly, happy disposition, which I don't think that that's untrue. I think that is who I am, like at my core. But my head is a very negative place. I don't like that.
May I be real?
It would be real.
Do you give me permission?
I give you permission.
Okay.
The fact that you asked twice gives me anxiety a little bit.
I
but
don't
that's okay.
think that you're bubbly.
Really.
I don't think that you're bubbly.
Ooh, elaborate.
I think that you want to be bubbly, and I think that it could be like one of those masks that is like the smile, but underneath it is the frown. I think that you have a solid head on your shoulders. I think you understand a lot, but I think there's pressure on you to not be that in front of people who are expecting you to just be okay. When I get your bubbly side, I'm gonna let you finish.
Okay.
But Beyonce had one of the best music videos of all time.
I hate this.
When I get
I'm getting Taylor
that,
Swifted.
when I get that side of you, I feel we can cut this out. We can
No.
totally cut this out. When I get that side of you, I feel like it's deflecting.
Really?
It's a shield. You know, the thing that you do where you're just like you freeze and then you jump to it. You're like, okay. Like it's you assess.
Is
and
that a
then you
legitimate
block.
thing that I do?
Yeah.
Really?
Like you'll be like, okay. And you'll move on to the next thing.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
What?
So
what is this?
It's a physical deflection from stress. And
I'm
you
learning
do it
so
all
many
the
things
time.
about
And
myself.
whenever you do that, then you get into your bubbly place.
Mm.
Otherwise, you're just chilling. And once you hit that, okay, then the panic attack comes. Yeah, we're breaking some ground here. When you try to deflect, I don't think your armor's strong enough in that form.
Like it's only gonna hold out so long.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
only
It's not sustainable.
yeah, it can only be there for a minute.
Yeah.
When you're legitimately bubbly and excited, we can tell. But other times it gets deflective.
Interesting. The more you know. I actually was thinking about that today.
I hope that all of that is helpful, and I'm not.
No,
I
it
don't-
is.
Okay.
I was literally thinking about that today because if I may be real on the pod,
Be
we're going to
real.
be real
Yeah,
on the
we're
pod.
all
This
being
is a
We're
real
all being
episode.
real right now.
That's one thing that I do struggle with and is actually on the outs, and I wasn't going to mention. I was going to skip it.
What's the
Don't
out? What's it
censor
say?
out. Don't
Um,
censor out.
Mm,
We
well,
don't censor.
we don't censor here.
It
Just
just
bad
says
words.
masking.
Just when someone cusses.
Oh,
It says
period.
what?
Masking. Because
We were just
That's crazy.
I wrote like 4 pages in my journal about this today, y'all.
Masking?
read it.
Masking.
What the
No.
heck?
What?
No.
No, that's why when
the
you said
fact
that, I
that-
made the face.
The fact that I feel that may be a spirit thing. Oh my god.
I feel like, here's my thing. One, again, I'm a really cynical person. I do believe that part of me really is truly like, you know, bubbly, happy, positive in situations that permit. Like,
Yeah.
the circumstances have to be right, and I am like that.
Right. Like with the kids and
Yeah.
when we're all hanging out here.
Yeah, because that's true. But also, part of it, you're right, it is deflecting because I feel like my true default self is too negative for people to handle. And not even just too negative, like it's too much. Like it's a lot. It's a lot for me personally, which is why I end up deflecting, you know, whatever. But I never want that to be something that like takes energy out of other people. When we were watching What We Do in the Shadows and Good Stuff, I was sitting there and I was like, I'm an energy vampire. This is not good.
You are so Colin. Not as boring as Colin, but definitely
No, that's my worst fear.
being boring.
No, being an energy vampire. I don't want to suck
Oh.
the energy out of people.
Oh,
That's not your responsibility. Honestly, if I was hanging out with you and I leave the hangout thinking, my gosh, Hannah just sucked the life out of me. That's a me problem. I
Is
feel
it?
like that's a
Is
me
it?
problem.
it can potentially be if there's not compassion. This is where I sometimes disconnect. Like, obviously, we're in the church. Like, carrying each other's burdens is a language that we hear all the time. Carry each other's burdens. That's important to do. But this changed my life. Taking my issues, holding them in my hands, putting them at the feet of Jesus, and then walking away. They're still there. They still exist. They're
Yeah.
just not mine, you know? Which is where we disconnect because you feel it. You stay in it, and like you're moving it around and you're sorting through it and you're trying to figure it out. And you've been going to therapy. That's amazing. Like, we just have different processes, which is why I lose patience every once in a while, because in my world, I'm on to something totally different. It's crazy that I lose compassion because I'm like that. I struggle with compassion because I'm not in it. I just get out of it and I put it there.
My issue is actually the opposite. Like, I know what's happening. I know why it's happening. I know what's going on. And I can even know how to fix it. But the problem is I still feel like there's like a disconnect between what I know and what I feel. So like I can feel a lot of things and know that they're not true, but that doesn't stop me from feeling them. And I don't like that. Oh,
Wait, you're gonna love this.
he's gonna Bible.
No.
The you that it's happening in is not perceiving it correctly.
The you that it's happening in is not perceiving it correctly.
How'd you get that pulled up so fast?
Yeah,
I have
he
pulled
knew
that
exactly
up
where the timestamp was and everything.
Because I pulled it up last night and I pulled it up yesterday afternoon and I listened to it yesterday morning in the shower, because that is so it. Like, songwriters, we write songs after the fact.
Yeah,
But
I can't write and
But what
stuff.
taught me about a really, really powerful song in my case, for me, is if I write it as if I'm on the other side of it. What do I need to hear from future me now? Who I am right now is not perceiving it correctly. We have all these sorts of things that we can look back on and say, oh, that was a misunderstanding. That was a mistake. I wish I had done that differently, blah, blah, blah. Or, you know? So the you that's happening in now is not perceiving it correctly. Maybe. But you in 5 years will see this situation differently.
True.
You'll have the solution in 5 years. You'll have more compassion for your younger self in 5 years
That's so true.
because you'll be 26.
I don't want to wait that long.
You don't have to. Maybe it's, I'm
Yeah,
just
you
saying
don't
5
have
years
to.
is a generalization.
Okay.
Generalization. It could happen in 5 months, you know?
Please, Jesus.
Please, Jesus.
There's a song, it's Pearl Jam, it's called Rearview Mirror.
I know what song you're talking about.
I love that song, and it's so true. Saw things so much clearer once you were in my rearview mirror.
Oh, hindsight's always 20/20,
Yeah,
bro.
really, so true.
Yeah. Anyway,
you will get. You,
I don't even
you
know
will
what I
see.
was on.
We're on something
You were talking about
Being negative.
masking. You brought up
crazy.
I'm just gonna speed run the rest of these.
Okay.
Because these
combo,
are
guys.
all actually things that we've talked about now in this conversation, but hiding behind insecurity, panicking, and discontentment. And then after those, keeping myself too busy. I do that a lot.
Okay.
This like goes along with the burnout conversation. I like to keep myself busy so I don't have to think about other things. I use
Yeah.
things as a distraction, and that's not good because that's not sustainable, and I need to not do that.
Yeah.
And I even wrote down like that I want to spend time with myself even if it's uncomfortable.
sit with it, girl, sit with it.
Yeah.
Go see a movie
sit
by
with that
yourself.
ish. Oh,
That's what Anna Margaret did.
That's
Go
my
to a
nightmare.
concert by yourself safely. Send people your location and carry a mace.
in my 9mm.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's on there. And then my last one, this one's kind of unserious, but writing only in open tunings. And then parentheses, I put maybe.
Maybe.
Because because this
Definitely.
is my vice, and we've talked about this, is I will write every song that I've ever written in an open tuning, and usually it's open E flat. Because that's what my guitar's always tuned to. That's all.
Yeah.
That was a
Period.
really long conversation.
No, that was a good
Sorry.
No,
conversation.
I like that.
Don't
I like
apologize
that.
anymore.
Okay.
That's another thing that should be on your list. Don't
Ouch.
apologize for feeling the way you feel.
Also,
Oh, S. Oh. I saw that just pour
it
on the
happened
ground.
so slow, but there was nothing you could do.
Okay. Hannah. Okay. That was a tough conversation emotionally, and then that happening, dude. There's so much grace
It's
coming your
okay.
way. Do you want to hear my outs? Yeah. Do you need to cry?
A little bit, but I don't want to. It's so inconvenient.
All right. So, hello. My name's Colin. These are my outs. Sleeping in because I'm
Period.
lazy.
Yeah, that's real.
If I have time and I don't have anything to do that day, then I would like to sleep in. Like, I would like to get my sleep. But sleeping in is not sleeping to 10 or 11. That's oversleeping.
Yeah.
Sleeping in is max 2 hours after your normal workday starts. I'd like my sleeping in to be 9 a.m. And once 9 a.m.
Okay.
hits, I'm like, ooh, let me get my day
I
started.
gotta be up. It's late.
I gotta be up feeding the cows right now. My next out is like old clothes, things I don't wear anymore, things that are just taking up space, things that are holding space. Anybody got a pinky?
Not for this.
We're holding space.
I have so many clothes I just don't wear, and I don't even like, you know? I keep them there because they look good in my closet.
His closet's hanging from.
It's just hanging from the
let it be
ceiling.
known.
It looks full. And if I got rid of everything, I would have a pit in my stomach because I want it there. I just don't want to wear it. So that's an out. Another out is dust. Dust in my room? No. No. I just have so many surfaces, bro. I got a freaking dust. I dusted my bed and I dusted all the areas here. I dusted my mirrors. Another out, having less than a quarter tank of gas.
Yeah, that's real.
That's scary.
Yeah, I
you
want-
can get yourself into trouble.
You could really, especially if we have another one of those snow weekends.
Were you that low?
I wasn't low. No, I haven't had to
Okay.
rush to get gas in a long time.
good.
But I remember the time where there was no gas.
Yes, the shortage.
Hmm.
The shortage.
And it was just the government trying to see if we were ready for that
See what they
and
could
how we would
do.
respond. So I would like to always have good gas. No junk drawers.
Ooh, yeah.
I want all my drawers to have a purpose so that if I'm looking for something, I don't just go to the junk drawer to find it.
Yeah. Everything in its place.
Everything has its place, and its place is everything in it.
Yeah.
So, out. Not responding to texts.
Brother.
Yeah, that's hurtful.
Is it hurtful?
A little bit.
I didn't
think
think about
that's
it.
my own thing.
Okay.
That's a me
I
problem.
I think I respond to it mentally, and I just don't. Because when people don't respond to me, I just give it time.
I think it is. Whoa.
I'm also 30, so text
You're
message.
not 30.
Text message conversations don't intrigue me so much. Like if
Yeah.
we're creating plans, that's great. If we're sending pictures back and forth and it's a quick little thing, that's great. But making plans over text messages hardly ever fruitful for me. It's always
Really?
like, hey, what are you doing next weekend? Oh, I don't know. What are you doing? When can we get together? Oh, let me check. You know?
Go to sleep.
Go to sleep. Yeah. Or let me think about that and I'll get back to you tomorrow. It's just my phone, my text messages aren't in front of my face all the time.
Yeah.
So I don't follow up very well with that. Also, emails. I get talked to about that at work a lot at VLC. They're like, hey, Colin, check your emails. Skipping the gym.
He's been on that grind lately.
I've been on
y'all.
that grind lately. It's just after camp last summer, I was gone for a week and then I came home and we had other things to prepare for. I just didn't have a perfect time in the day to go. So I was making excuses left and right. Even that was an excuse. I was making an excuse just then.
Yeah.
Did you clock that?
Yes.
Stressing about small things that I used to love doing.
Ooh, that's good.
Maybe keeping up with people, making plans. Maybe I don't make plans because I'm stressed about making plans and then having to cancel them because I'm not good with time.
Yeah.
But I will be good with time. That's an N. And then I added this a little while ago, fixing everything for everyone.
You're
or
a fixer.
feeling like I need to fix.
Yeah,
Not that I
'cause it's
always
not
do.
your
Not that I always do. But feeling like my way is the best way. Ashley Lynn, what's your in?
Can
I
I,
like that.
actually go pee?
Yeah. Yeah.
She's gonna go pee outside.
She's going to go. I'm loving these sparkling waters. I've only had 3 today. One on the way to work, one when I got home, one when I
Progress.
sat down, and then another one.
Does it, so 4?
It's 4. Crap. Crap.
Is it not? Does that not hurt your stomach?
No. It's better than milk.
How often
Milk
do you
hurts
just
my
walk around
stomach.
Drinking milk?
Not often, but like coffee.
Yeah. Get you some. Well, no. I take it back.
Okay.
I haven't said it yet, but I take it back.
Diet
already.
pills? Or
Stop talking about
Diuretic pills?
diuretics. This is not good. This is not a good conversation.
I feel like it cleans me out. Like a colon
yeah,
cleanse.
of course it does.
That's the goal. Like really what I want from them is to start like a clean slate. Get all the pizza, get all the burgers, get all the fries
That's not a healthy. way
out,
of
and then I
thinking.
start over. I eat an apple or make some soup. That's what I'm talking about.
That's still not.
I'm using them as a cleanse, but when I say I'm using them, I've probably taken 5 out of all of them in the last 6 months.
At the same time.
Yeah. Yeah. My last out was fixing everything for everyone.
Yes.
I'm done.
I have a
Goodness
lot
gracious.
of ins, y'all. I can speed run these.
Speed running.
Part of that on the same bullet was honesty and accountability.
Yeah. Good.
Not
word.
only with myself, but with other people.
Yup.
This was a recycled one. This is from last year. I did a good job with it because it was on my ends list. It's staying on my ends list. Take so many pictures.
Yes.
And I did that because I got my camera last year. I got my flashback. I took a lot of
Flashback.
film pictures.
Yes, you did.
So many that I had so many rolls of film I didn't even know what were on them.
So
And I
many
love that
pictures.
because that's how I preserve memories.
Mm.
Solo excursions are in. I don't
Yup.
have to have company to go do stuff.
No, you don't.
I put that on mine too.
Yeah, we can go places by ourselves. It's okay.
Come on.
Within reason and safety.
Mm-hmm.
Consistency is in. If I say
Yeah.
I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. And I'm going to say
Yeah.
I'm going to stay consistent with it. Just show up, girl. Just show up.
Yeah.
And then that's the hardest part.
I love this aggressive
Let
positivity.
your yes
Okay.
be yes.
Okay.
Oh.
Let your
Hallelujah.
yes be yes.
Slow down and enjoy it, girl. What? This is your only chance to live.
What?
This is your only life you're ever
Yeah.
going to have. Just take a minute. Life moves pretty fast if you don't slow down.
All right.
Yeah, it does.
Slow down and enjoy it. In the fast-paced world that we live in, there's not a ton of opportunities to do that. But make time to see your time and enjoy your time that you have, because time is precious. Time is the #1 non-renewable resource.
Yes, ma'am.
And then it's coal.
Right. Fossil fuels.
Yay.
Cooking, girl. Cook at home.
Cook at home. We got food at home.
Learn recipes. Learn how to cook.
Yeah.
Make your coffee at home, girl. If you're not at work, make your coffee at home. I'm
You're talking
about,
to the listener.
Well, I'm actually
You're talking to you.
me.
Girl.
But anybody else it applies to, coffee
not
at
go
home.
to Dunkin'.
Read
Yep.
instead of watch TV.
No.
Yeah.
That's an out.
I'll
for
do
me.
it.
Okay.
I'll do that.
Challenge yourself.
Read your book, girl. You got so many books to read. Read them. All right, next. Spend time in the Word.
this.
Spending time in the Word is in, y'all. Let's get closer. Let's get closer to Jesus this year, y'all. Shall we?
We shall.
Give him what you owe him.
Let's do it. We'll do it. Stay in that Word.
Yup.
Make stuff. Be creative.
Yeah.
Make stuff. Enjoy yourself. Don't just be like, all right, here's my quota. I'm gonna draw something. Just draw something because
my
you feel like
quota.
it. Make
Yep.
something because you feel like it.
And it's okay if it's bad.
Fill your free time. Yes, it's okay. It's okay.
It's okay.
Make stuff. Have personal boundaries with yourself because it's just you and yourself for the rest of forever, and you have to respect your own self.
Period.
Okay.
She's checking these off as she goes. This is awesome.
Hydration. Stay hydrated.
Yeah.
Drink your water, Ashley Lynn. Why do you have that big old water bottle if you're not gonna drink out of it?
Yeah, period.
Saving money.
Yo.
is in.
10K. We're racing to 10K. 10K.
I'm racing to
Racing to
5K,
10K.
but in less time. So kind of, sort of 10K.
No, you're gonna get there.
10?
10.
No. Because I'm going to get to 5 and I'm going to spin that ish.
Why? On what? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, that's for later. That's for later. That's
Yeah,
a
none of y'all know
Easter
about
egg.
that yet. Cut that out,
Easter
Colin. Okay, starting off strong. Taking up space.
Take up space. Anybody got a pinky?
Ashley clocked me on this the other day. I was saying something. She was like, "What are we taking up?" And I was like, "Space."
Well, what does that mean?
Take up space. To me, take up space means don't make yourself smaller for other people's convenience. So this goes along with the masking thing. Like, don't.
Put yourself down.
Yeah,
in social
don't.
situations. Don't hide yourself away.
Don't censor your person to make other people comfortable. You know.
That
Okay.
also goes
Also
along
to a certain degree. you
No,
know,
yeah,
but whatever.
obviously, yeah.
But
with like downplaying your own abilities.
yeah.
You know.
Yes.
Because there's a point where that gets like, I feel like there's always a line. Like everything we've said, so many things we've talked about and said, there's a line that you can't cross that goes over like to another extreme. But
Yeah.
give yourself the credit you deserve.
Yeah.
And that, I think that goes along with that.
Agreed. 2, prioritizing alone time and be with myself even if it's uncomfortable. 3, crafting. Like physical crafting things. I've been doing the oil pastels lately. That's fun. Having a good time.
Yeah.
I've been crocheting. Also, like giving myself the freedom to not have to stick to one thing, because that's usually my thing. Is I'm like, oh, I'm doing 6 bajillion things at once. Do it. Who cares? 4, y'all are gonna love this one. Small joys and weekly wins. Yeah, it's on there. It's on there. Gratitude is something that like changes your perspective, and it's affected me that I haven't been doing that. And so like a month ago, I started like during the week writing down things in my planner like that were weekly wins. I have a section for it. It says weekly wins. And I just write down small things, like whatever. It doesn't have to be a big one. Usually they're tiny, like insignificant, not insignificant because they're important, but generally insignificant things. 5, quiet time with the Lord. And for me, this was me clocking myself because I have always been told that it looks a certain way, and I'm learning that that is not true because everyone is different. Everyone has a different relationship with the Lord. There are things that are non-negotiable, but there are things that are different for everybody. So, yes,
Yeah.
that. 6, doing the hard things and getting out of my comfort zone. Because I like to live there. It's comfy. It's nice and cozy. I've got my bed set up. I've got everything set up for me.
Freaking Brooklyn said it. Do
Brooklyn
the hard
said
thing.
it. She said it. Yeah. Next is giving up control. I feel like I tend to have my claws sunk deep into things, and I need to not do that. They need to be out.
Yeah.
I need to retract those. Reading what I already own. That's my goal for this year that I've actually already broken because I went to Barnes & Noble and I bought 4 books.
4?
Whoops. Yeah. I've read 2 of them already.
How?
It's really nice. It's really nice to be able to just unplug. I love it. I think you would like it if you found something. We'll get into this later. Yeah, I have so many books that I own that I haven't read. And instead of buying new books, I need to just read what I already own. And if I don't like it, I can get rid of it after I read it. Because it's just taking up space on a bookshelf. That I don't even have room for all my books.
Yeah. And
They're
there
in
ain't no
stacks
pinky.
next
There's
to
no pinky.
My bookshelf. There's no space.
There's no space for that pinky.
There's no space to hold. Next is not assuming people's thoughts.
I thought you were going to say gender. I thought
Yeah, not
This is a
assuming
big one,
people's
girl.
thoughts.
This is a
Yeah,
big
this is
one.
big for me. Ashley clocks me on this all the time. Julie clocks me on this all the time. I need to take people at their word. It's their responsibility to tell me how and what they are feeling, and it's not my responsibility to assume that for them because that is good communication. Movies. That's it. That's
Yeah.
all it says.
In.
But I like the A-list movies for sure, but also I want to watch other things. Usually I don't watch movies on my own time.
Yeah.
But I've been doing it more lately as I've been doing other stuff. Like I want to consume more long form content and less like shorter things.
Okay.
You know, I think
Yeah.
it's better for me. And then the last thing is decentering my appearance.
Decentering your appearance.
That's self-explanatory. I don't know what else
Is
to say
it?
about that.
I'm trying to.
Really?
I'm trying to
Like,
understand that too.
I feel like that's something I take into consideration at any given point in time and all the time. And
the
I'm-
way you look.
yeah, like the way I look, the way I physically present myself, I think about it a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And it's just not a factor that needs to be considered.
I see all these young bucks at the gym these days, and my knees, bro. If I don't eat my spinach, my knees are gonna be giving out any day now.
Guys, he'd be looking
I
like
had to lean
Popeye.
down and pick up a rag the other day, and I went.
I do that for the
I
drama.
partially did it because I did squats the day before, but also because I'm ancient and my blood's turned into
Get
cement.
out of here. You're not even 30.
Your blood's
You can say
turning
you're
to
ancient.
what?
Cement.
No,
You can say you're ancient
I'm
once
getting
you've turned
hospice
30, but you
letters in the
haven't
mail.
yet.
Brother.
So don't even.
Is it my
Yeah.
turn?
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
he's so excited for these.
Well, I am. I'm excited to get to weekly wins. Also, ins. Here we go. Speed round.
Yeah.
Waking up with a purpose. Read my Bible. Stop being greedy with sleep. I'm so
Yeah.
greedy. I'm so greedy with my time. I want all of it, and I want to use it exactly the way I want to use it. But then I never do. I never
Yeah.
use it the way I want to
That's
use it.
so real.
Dairy-free products are because dairy makes my under eyes break out in sort of red rash. It's brand new. It hasn't happened before. In collecting things for my future home.
Yeah,
Starting to
I already
collect
do that.
Been working on
things.
that.
it's so
And
fun.
you know, because you have to move into a place. If you're a snail, you grow into that new shell. But I want to have to pull myself out of this shell and then shove myself and
And all your things.
shove
into
my
the other
abdomen
shell.
and my center table and my chairs and my rug.
I'm gonna shove my abdomen.
You know that the snail's abdomen. Isn't that what it is? Anyways.
Yeah.
Creative adventures, music, outside, film, writing, learn new recipes,
Yes.
learning new recipes, cooking, learning how to shop on a budget, buy a bed and breakfast. Hear me out. I think it would be
What?
so fun to have a bed and breakfast. Bee's bed and breakfast. Ashley, why are you squeezing your nose?
Ashley's so stressed.
Because I'm thinking about that one that
the lady was talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What one?
Did that prompt that?
No? What?
it didn't.
Keep a calendar / time management because I
Yeah.
had to cancel so much stuff already this month and reschedule things, and I caused myself more stress than it was worth because I thought, not even that I thought, I just refused to be responsible with time because I thought it would just all work out. Because up to this point, everything kind of just bends to me, you know? I just figure it out. And it happens. And then I get past it. And I'm hardly ever the one that takes the L.
No
So now
negative
I have to take the L.
Yes.
This is a year of taking the L and
Take the
learning
L.
from the L and going for the dub.
Maybe you already took. Maybe this was all you had to take though.
Yeah, maybe you don't have to take more L
Yeah.
than
Because you
that.
said you've already had to cancel
twice.
like a lot of stuff.
Yeah. I've had to reschedule 2 appointments, 3 different sets of plans.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's a lot. Like in a short period
In a
of
month.
time.
Yeah.
So maybe
Really less
Maybe
than.
this is all.
Oh, yeah, you're
If
right.
you wanna get
In
into it.
13 days.
Yeah.
That's all you gotta
14
take. You know.
days, 2 weeks.
Learn a new skill, maybe.
Maybe. That's so real. I'm always putting maybes.
Yeah.
I want to learn
I'll teach you how to crochet.
I don't want to crochet. I want to learn something masculine. I want to learn how to work out and the names of the different workouts.
He wants to learn how to be a bro dude.
I want to be a bro dude. I do.
Yeah.
He wants to ride a dirt bike.
I want to
for
learn how to
fun.
change my oil maybe.
Yeah.
I want to learn
Save
I
so
want to
much
climb
money.
a tree maybe. Maybe so I have myself an out. All right, then this is the last one. This is where it gets kind of deep.
ignored me.
Or gets kind of deep. Let people know me.
Yeah.
I don't let people know me. Maybe it's because I think that my heart's sort of on my sleeve. Maybe I think that, but it's not.
No.
But I don't know how to do that, so we'll figure it out as
Yeah.
we go. It's gonna be terrible.
It's not
I
gonna be
already feel it's
awful.
terrible.
Why?
Even the thought, even letting you know.
Do you think it's because
terrible.
you're scared that people are not going to like it?
No, I just won't have me.
Okay, you
I won't
feel
be
you
mine.
You
feel
want
like
it to be yours.
I don't want to be everybody else's.
Mm,
so knowing, being known,
yeah.
Yeah.
is the same as being like possessed, like being
Taken.
Mm.
like
given.
somebody.
Yeah, giving myself to somebody else. I don't like it.
Mm,
No, like year of learning, year of vulnerability.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, that
Get
is
out.
sickening.
Get out, get out.
Jonah
get
was
out,
talking
get out,
about
get
that
out.
on Sunday,
Dude, when
and I
when
thought
he
I was
started
gonna
saying
cry
that, I
tears.
tuned it out. I
Oh,
legit
red flag. That's how you
tuned it
know.
out.
That's how you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how you know it's bad.
Vulnerability. I was waiting for him to say, all right, now we're going to turn to each other and we're going to
Yeah,
be vulnerable.
And now we're gonna confess.
And I was
everything.
planning to just have to go to the bathroom. I was already making my
plotting.
escape in my brain. Can
Red
you believe that?
flags.
Can you believe that? I believe in vulnerability.
Yeah.
I believe in it. I know that it helps because I've done it before. So how did I get from there to here? And was it real vulnerability?
Probably not. Is vulnerability on your own terms.
Yeah, I feel like I'm good with being vulnerable if there's learning to have.
Yeah.
But if there's progress to be made, I don't understand that there's progress to be made. It's just because we're not moving forward. We're sitting in the same spot, and I'm just whining to you. Like, what the heck?
I don't think that's true.
It feels like whining.
Mm,
I don't think it is.
I don't want to whine.
I don't think you're a whiner. If anyone out of the three of us is a whiner, it's me.
I think I do what you do, and I read other people's minds with my
Oh,
own expectation
yeah,
of what
yeah,
they're thinking.
assumptions.
So if I was to give you my whole thing, like, I don't need to talk to you about that. I don't need you to know that. Why do I need you to know that? Well, how's that going to help me for you to know that?
Yeah. I think it helps people understand you. But again,
But why do I need to be understood? These are all questions that I have. Why does it matter that you understand me?
I think it builds real community.
Why does it help me that you understand me? Like, why does anything else matter beyond the August, February, March, whatever that we met?
I
Why does that
think,
matter?
personally, I think that allowing people to know you, one, gives you the room to fully know yourself.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
And two, you said this earlier too, but I think you're worried that people are gonna take things about you and like things that have happened to you and things that, you know, you've done or whatever, just like whatever your experiences are, and assume that that's who you are now. This goes back to the reading people's minds. Like, I don't think you give people the chance to know you because subconsciously you are worried about what they're going to think about it. Maybe not in like an insecurity way, but in like a, oh, is this going to change how they view me in this aspect of my life?
The only thing that I would gain is probably respect, legitimately, from being vulnerable.
Yes.
Because the people that want me to be vulnerable are the ones that respect vulnerability and can help with whatever. But it's obviously the enemy in my head saying that you don't need to say anything.
It's also
Don't
out of your
talk
comfort
about
zone.
It is
Like
out
the
of my
real,
comfort zone.
true vulnerability.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So that's probably part of why you don't want to do it.
I wonder if that's why I don't want junk drawers.
Yeah.
Because everything has to be in its place. There can't be anywhere here that nothing belongs.
Yeah. And vulnerability's messy.
That if you were to open one of these drawers, even this, the tissue box there, the freaking Tylenol,
Tylenol bottle.
the hats, it's just off. I'm stressed. Boxes over here, I feel that on my back. The disorder of it. We gotta cut this. We'll keep this conversation going
Okay.
after we close. But
After
if
we
you
close.
guys want
That's
more
so
conversations
church.
like this, please comment below
Yeah.
if this helped you.
Because we
or-
don't do these often.
Yeah.
We did Be Real.
We did Be Real,
Be
and
Real
that
was
was good.
good.
That was
That was good.
unedited.
Yeah.
I like that.
Unplugged.
I liked
really
that.
like that.
This is
We're
good
plugged
when we have the ins and outs.
in. Also, I don't think we discussed this at the beginning. Maybe we did. I kind of blacked out. But we have not like in a anyway.
Oh, I thought you said you got blacked out.
No, I blacked out.
She did. I saw her.
As in, yeah. We haven't gotten to record in how long? 3 months?
What? No way.
2 months.
November.
No.
Early November?
Noviembre?
Noviembre.
I feel like didn't we figure out our last like guest episode was
Kyle.
I thought
Aaron
it
and
was
Julie.
Julian.
Aaron and Julie.
Aaron,
and that was
yeah.
early
That was
November.
a long time ago.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah.
And we took a break for the holiday season because we didn't want to get overwhelmed with all the things.
I did. Anyway.
And
I got
ironically
overwhelmed
enough-
anyway, this would have helped us. So now we
Yes.
know for this upcoming holiday season that we can't take a
that
break. We have
will
to
not,
work
we will
harder.
not be doing that.
We
And
actually have to work
ironically
harder.
enough, we spent more time with each other than we ever have.
Yeah.
And I think that's so funny. I think about that all the time. Like it's just felt so empty without this. Even not empty, because obviously we're doing things and having good times always. But it was crazy. Like you feel the absence of it.
Yeah.
Even when we spend so much time together.
For me, this is a perfect segue to weekly wins.
I love a weekly win.
Okay, my weekly win, if I may go first,
You may.
is just today. The whole day today is my weekly win.
yay.
It's the best day of your life.
It was so, and like we say that a lot, but it was actually a super really good day just all around. I worked today. It was a full day, and I'm like locking this away in my memory, knowing this going forward. I like to be busy. I like to be busy doing things that I want to do.
Yeah.
And I did that all day today. I didn't do anything I didn't want to do. I worked this morning. It was a good day at work. After work, I fed the cows. I was outside. After that, I ran because I felt like it. I've been looking forward to this all day, and this is the perfect thing to like round it out because I've really missed this. Like Hannah was saying, we've hung out a lot, the three of us, even though we weren't recording. But I really like doing this, and I'm glad we're back.
I'm so glad we're
And-
We're
That's
so
such
back.
a weekly win.
We're so
Such a
freaking
weekly
back.
win.
Yearly win.
Yearly win.
Really win.
That's an early call for a yearly win. I have 2 weekly wins.
Go for it.
One was having coffee with Kelsey yesterday.
You had
Kill-
coffee for hours.
We were sat there until like 10 minutes before I was supposed to start
Sharp.
Oh no.
I apologize.
I apologize.
Apologies, brother.
Okay.
10 minutes before I was supposed to start my shift. Ugh. Yikes. Yeah, I schedule those.
My weekly win is music.
Yeah.
The snow came and locked us indoors. My burnout has been grown into a new forest, and it's made space for new trees, new fruit, new life. And I'm happy to have included Hannah and Sasha in that. New stuff coming for me, just me, with no expectation of anyone else ever needing it or getting it or being entitled to what I create, but just creating.
Yeah. He's killing it.
Yeah, I'm gonna stab this in the freaking gut.
What?
Kill it.
Kill
it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Stab
how hard I'm
three.
killing. I'm gonna shoot it in the head, make sure it's dead.
We've been watching through the screams, y'all.
Oh,
Y'all don't
my
even know
gosh.
this about us.
Yeah. The hang out. We're not gonna disclose anything, but we have some
No.
insider information.
Okay.
We're not gonna disclose it.
We're not gonna disclose
once
what
it
it
happens,
is.
then we'll give you more details.
Yeah.
And, you may see us on the big silver screen.
Or you
Covered
may
in
not.
Blood. Okay.
What?
This has been
Three B's on a
pod. I'm Colin,
I'm Hannah.
And I'm Ashley.
and we will see you regulars next
We
time.
love you so much,
Follow
guys.
us on the Instagram.
You know you want a
Come buy
3Bs on a
good
pod.
stuff. Yeah, grab a latte from us. Give us a high five.
Yeah, ask us for a
comment on the-
sticker. We might have one. We might not.
I
probably
have
will.
them.
We
I
probably
still
will.
have them in my bag.
Yeah. Just comment below. We'd love to hear from you. Ask us questions.
Yes.
Bye.
Great show.